What's up everybody, it's Sean here and I'm back today to give you a review of the HAL Studios collaboration with Asics on the Gel-Kayano 20 in the Malt colorway. This is the latest collaboration between Australian-based boutique High and Low's offshoot brand HAL Studios with Asics. Their past collaborations have been incredibly well received, and they're pretty well known for their inventive takes, taking risks on their collaborations. So this is their take on the Gel-Kayano 20, and these released on October 29th for a price of 300 Australian dollars, which is approximately 200 USD or 275 Canadian dollars converted. So this is the Malt colorway, and obviously the biggest change that they've incorporated is the use of Velcro straps instead of traditional laces. So just from reading the reactions online, there was a lot of people that were hating on this design, but I saw some people that were big fans of it as well, so I was curious. I wanted to pick up a pair for myself and see how these were in real life. So the Gel-Kayano 20 is a performance running shoe from Asics that dropped back in 2014. Nowadays, a decade later, they're pretty much just being worn casually as a lifestyle sneaker. So diving into the details of this shoe, starting things off with the toe box, this is covered in this multi-layered mesh with the outer layer done in this open style. Overlaid on top of the toe box, we have this textured synthetic black leather, and we have this contrast purple stitching found on the lateral side. On the medial side, we have this purple layer here, and then surrounding the front toe cap, we have another layer of this textured black leather. Moving downwards, we have the signature Asics stripes. This is constructed out of a heavily textured synthetic brown leather, and this extends downwards towards the heel of the sneaker. And then painted onto the lateral side, we have the small Asics logo in yellow. So you can see another synthetic brown layer here covering the middle of the heel. Beneath this, we have a cream colored TPU heel cup, which gives you structure and support around the back side of the shoe. And on the back, we have these three purple circles with the letters HAL on the left foot and SDS on the right foot, standing for HAL Studios. On the medial side, so we have this red colored detailing here, along with this yellow colored rope, which helps to hold the straps in place. And then this is where we turn to the star or the villain of the show, depending on how you view the sneaker. So across the midfoot, instead of laces, we have three straps, which are held down using Velcro. So this is also constructed out of that same textured synthetic brown leather. We have this bold red colored detailing in the middle, which kind of reminds me of Cyclops' visor. Underneath this, the tongue is padded and covered in that same open style mesh that we saw covering the body of the sneaker. And then fused onto the top, we have the Asics logo. So the back of the tongue and the interior of the shoe, this is lined in a brown colored mesh. And then for the insoles, these come with a pretty well padded foam lined insole. It's covered in this purplish blue colored finish on top. This is also a synthetic leather, and we have Asics and HAL Studios co-branding pressed onto the heel. So the upper of the Gel-Kayano 20 sits atop this midsole, which is actually a dual density foam midsole. However, this is entirely painted in this cream color, but we do have Asics gel technology, which is incorporated within the midsole, and it's visible on the lateral forefoot. This is done in this tonal cream color and this purplish blue color on the heel. So gel technology helps with impact protection and shock absorption. Turning the shoe over to the bottom, so here we have your classic Gel-Kayano 20 outsole. So you can see we have these grooves along the rubber, which help to give the shoe a little bit more flexibility. And then in the middle, cutting across, we have this cream colored TPU shank plate, which is Asics Trustic technology, and this is there in place to help with torsional rigidity, mid-foot support, and to help prevent your foot from twisting or turning when you're walking or running. So that breaks down the look and the construction of this shoe. And for those wondering about how these fit, so I got these in my true size, which is a size 10, and they fit me very comfortably. So my foot measures as a true size 10, it's a little bit on the wider side, meaning when I go to a shoe store, step on a branded device, I'm a 10 length, and width-wise, I'm in between a D and an E width. So getting these in a size 10, they fit me perfectly in a slightly snug but not uncomfortable way. So I feel like if you have a narrow, normal, or a slightly wide foot, you can go true to size in these. If you have like a really wide foot, you might want to consider going up half a size. But this shoe gave me no pressure points, no problems whatsoever. They fit me really, really well. Next up, in terms of the comfort, so this shoe balances both plushness, but it still has a relatively low to the ground feel. So you still have a lot of ground feel and a little bit of that stability that you'd want. Especially underneath the heel, the cushioning has a decent softness to it, so you can kind of feel your heels kind of sinking in and squishing into this midsole, but not to the point where it's unstable and it feels like you're gonna have pain or fatigue in the arches of your feet. Like I said, it feels relatively low to the ground still, which is great. And in many respects, it kind of reminds me of like a beefier, more well-cushioned Nike Free. Finally, in terms of the quality and craftsmanship, so first off, the material quality unfortunately was all just synthetic materials. There's nothing high quality or premium about the material choices. However, the build of the shoe I had no problems with. The stitch job was good, the panels were consistently cut in place. So even though we don't get amazing materials, I thought the overall build of the sneaker I had no complaints about. So with all of that out of the way now, let's toss these on feet. I'll strap them in and I'll show you guys how these look. Yes, this is not the safest design, and I can understand why the use of these Velcro straps is kind of polarizing. People are calling this like a grown-up's toddler shoe, but personally for me, I don't hate the use of Velcro as much as a lot of people do. It gives the shoe more of a unique spin, and it gives it less of that classic running shoe look that it would have had if it featured lacing instead of Velcro. The color palette of the shoe also looks a bit familiar. It seems to draw inspiration from some of HAL Studio's past Asics collaborations, while not being an exact replica. So these earthy tones I'm vibing with. I think this is a great colorway to wear in the fall and winter, at least from a color palette perspective. So honestly, I think this shoe is being underrated. So leave your thoughts down below, let me know, what do you guys think about this collaboration? Is this a shoe you picked up for yourself as well? Are you not a fan of the Velcro straps and you pass on them? However you feel, leave your thoughts down below. And as usual, if you guys enjoyed this review, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. You can follow me on Instagram at esco8. Check me out on X at sean.go spelled out, and visit my website at seango.ca. So thanks everyone for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this review and hopefully it helped you in some way. Appreciate the continued love and support, and I'll catch all of you in my next video.